Oh dear. I tell you what, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. What is going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. I'm here in the morning. It's an emergency. Someone call the police. It's all gone crazy, people. Arson. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Arson. I know. Maybe you weren't. Ah. Hey, happy Friday, people. Big up to everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome back to an emergency episode on Curtis Shaw TV. I don't know what to say. I said it's like Ian Beale. I've got nothing left. Oh dear. What do I say? What am I supposed to say? I'm not prepared. As you can see, I threw this show together at the last minute. I was thinking, do I wait till 2:30? I can't wait till 2:30. I will be back at 2:30 though, but I had to go live now. I've got no real intro. I haven't planned the show. I've got no notes. I don't know what to say. I need to be careful about what I say. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. And I do not want to get in big trouble. Hey, KG, relax yourself, bro. No green screen. I put Wenger on the green screen on purpose. Here he is. Look, here he is. Hey, super. Hey, Kev, I heard Kev's in Leicester Square, mate, swinging around a lamppost. Kev, if you're about, you tell me, because the link can get sent real quick. Big up, Kev. People, it's happened, man. It's happened. Listen, let's be honest. We knew it was coming. So, am I surprised? I'm not surprised. This is Arsenal. Nothing surprises me being an Arsenal fan. I'm just like, damn. The timing. We won 3 games. They said, bang, there we go. 3 wins, just drop it. Boom. Friday morning, 8:30. I dropped Cruz off at school. I'm on the way to the gym. I'm on my phone. Let me just check. What? I was like, what? Send the link. I have 15. Kevin. Bruv, I'm telling you, man, ain't even been gym. I was on the way to the gym. I said, raw. I'm going to send the link to Kev. People, listen, before Kev comes on, I'm just going to give a bit of my feeling on this, because we knew it was coming. And my only real issue is why give it to him before the race has been complete. I've never seen Usain Bolt winning the 100 meters and a man runs on the track and drops the gold medal on his neck. You got to cross that finish line, brother. Once you cross that finish line, collect your medal. Collect your medal once you cross the finish line. He gets top 4. He deserves to stay at the club, whether you're a fan of him or not. I've said that time and time again. And I'm not a big fan of him. But if he gets top 4, you know what? You've earned the right to stay at the club for longer. But why give it him now? And look at the timing. They win 3 games. They just drop it on us Friday morning. Boom! New contract. Nathan said, this is the worst day we've had as a club since losing the Champions League final. We've got no ambition. Nathan, obviously, over the moon with the news. Hey, Nathan, what can I say? Just for me is the timing. He should have been made to get top 4 before he was given a new deal. That's my opinion. Alex said, this is horrendous news. I can't believe it. Listen, I know people will go, start of the season, the aim was top 4, was top 6, and we're guaranteed top 6, so they feel like he's done enough. I think he's played an absolute blinder. His agent's probably saying, PSG are looking at him, Pep might leave, City might take him. Listen, like I said, the Kroenkes, I'm not surprised that the Kroenkes have given him a new deal. They love him. He's took 40% off the wage bill and got us in a top 4 race. They absolutely love this guy because they're making more and more money. Now, listen, he's done well this season so far. I'm not going to deny him that. Doesn't matter if you like Arteta or not. He's done well so far. But why the contract before the season's finished? Why? Imagine if, and I don't want to, obviously, hopefully we get top 4 secured and it's no problem. Imagine we go to Tottenham and get beat and they finish 4th ahead of us, considering the season they've had. How can you then justify that kind of collapse? Now, listen, there's a good chance that doesn't happen and we're fine. But it's a risk for me. Ronnie said, I'm peed off. It's going to ruin my bacon and eggs for breakfast. Fitz, big up Fitz. I know Fitz won't be happy. He said, the ambition of Arsenal is not on the floor. It is under it. Utter clueless mediocrity. Fitz not happy. Do you know what? Let me go into slow mode. Man, I'm all over the place. I can't believe it. But it's breaking news, people. Mikel Arteta has signed a new 3-year contract with Arsenal this morning. Announced at 8 o'clock, 8:30 this morning. Yeah, maybe the Eddie announcement will be next. See had a meltdown in the car. Right, I think Kev's on his way. I've sent him the link. Let me try and add him to the stream. I don't know if his camera's on. No, he's not on yet. Kev, I don't know if you're listening. Your camera's not showing up, but it says you're connecting. Kev will be on shortly. Josh said, Arteta will never leave Arsenal on Chelsea's watch. Oh, man, I do think some of the reactions are over the top. Listen, am I surprised? No. We all knew this was coming. We said he'll get a new deal. The only thing I'm questioning is the timing. That's my only thing. The timing is the problem for me. And Ketty, a 6-year contract extension on 100k. Yeah, that's what's coming next. They'll drop that next Friday, probably. Shows our so-called big club mentality. I just think they should have said, Mikel, listen, you're doing a good job. We're happy with what you're doing. Get that 4th and you will get the contract. Now, the problem is, and why we knew this was coming, Vinay said yesterday when we went through the fans forum, Vinay said, we are ahead of where we expected to be. He's letting everybody know there that Arsenal were trying to get European football, which would have been probably Europa League. Now, he's managed to get us in a top 4 race. We're guaranteed Europa League. As far as they're concerned, they've ticked the box. It's done. The target's been ticked. There's your new deal. As a fan base, not everyone, but some of us, I see things a little different. I always say circumstances change. Start of the season, most people would have probably said, with that squad, top 6. But the way the season's panned out, for me, you've got to get top 4. And, oh, man, I just, it's crazy. It's crazy. Arsenal really do know about timing, don't they? They're the masters of timing. Maybe next Friday, like you said, they'll drop El Neni and Eddie and Ketia. Mo said we will make top 4, calm. M. Smiley said, exactly, Curtis, bro, he has succeeded in their eyes. He has. That's the problem. More suffering 3 years ahead. Sari said, Curtis, as a Spurs fan, it's all set up for ultimate failure. Can't wait for the Amazon documentary. Can you imagine? New deal, then you miss top 4. Listen, hopefully he gets top 4. Let's get into the story quick. I think Kev's having issues connecting. I see he just tried to connect it and must have thrown him out. Hopefully he'll be back on shortly. So you're scrolling through the timeline this morning. And again, this is the PR of Arsenal. Arsenal don't decide to just put Mikel Arteta signed a new deal. Jonas Eidevall, who is the women's manager, he signed a new contract as well. So they go, oh, you know what? We'll put you both out there together so that, you know, it doesn't look quite as bad on it. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Look how they put both of them in the picture. The journey continues. Mikel Arteta and Jonas Eidevall, congratulations on your new deals. Nah, mate, no disrespect. We're here to talk about Arteta. They knew what they was doing by putting a shared, announcement out for both of them, which is interesting. 3 more years of trusty the process. Right, let me get into the story. I'm not going to read all of it because it's actually quite long, and I'm going to save some of it for the 2 o'clock show. Arteta himself has done an interview. Edu's done an interview. Let's get some of the other stuff. He's not having it. He said, you man are deluded. He definitely deserves a new contract. Look at the progress. One of the most promising young managers in world football. I mean, listen, my question would always be, he has to achieve it before you say that. If he gets top 4, then you can throw that at me. If he misses out, I'm not running with that. Because when I was talking about, but Aubameyang won the FA Cup, people said, you can't talk about the FA Cup anymore. That was 2.5 years ago. So are we allowed to talk about the FA Cup for Mikel Arteta? Let's be real. We're talking about what he's doing now. Start of the season, top 4, a lot of people would have said that's too much. But right now, he has to get top four. It's in our hands. It was in our hands 2 weeks ago. Then we had that crazy week. Then we've managed to get it back. He's got to achieve it. I would have been saying, get fourth, you get the new contract. But it is what it is. Like I said, Vinay let us know that they weren't expecting top four. He said we're ahead of schedule. It's crazy. I sat there and I thought, man, can I really wait till 2 o'clock to talk about this? I need to go on right now. This is a madness. This is big news. Let me just go through what they're saying. I mean, Jonas looks happy. He's delighted. Arteta knew what was coming anyway. He went to America. We thought he was in America to get money to sign a striker. He was getting the new deal. Let's get into what they said. Kev's in the building. Kev's in the building. You know what? I'll hold off on the interview and I'll come back to that. Let's get Kev in here. I don't know if he's got the pom-pom swinging or he's popping bottles, but Kev, yo.
So sorry, listen, I can't get on my computer for now. For some reason, it's not letting me on.
No,
but I'm coming on my phone. I've got about 10, 15 minutes with you, Curtis.
No worries, bro.
Curtis, I'm hearing a lot of people losing their head. Why?
Go on, break it down.
Why? Here's the thing. Mikel Arteta has done a decent job this season. There is an opportunity to get top four. We get that. We know that the owner backed him and rated him. That's fine. Yeah. If the worst come to the worst, contracts are not worth the paper they're written on. Let's have it right here.
Yeah.
They are not worth the paper. If Arsenal wanted Mikel Arteta out in the summer, he'd be gone. Whether he signs the contract now or not, let me tell you. So don't look too much into this. I think it's to give the players a boost and get that top four. And then when you're recruiting, it seems as though he's the manager. He's gonna be here the long term. So he's recruiting on that basis. If it turns to crap, Curtis, he'll be gone. You know that, and I know that. So listen, is it ambitionless? No, I don't think it is. Are there better managers out there? Yeah, but who are you gonna get? A lot of the top managers are tied up right now. So who you ask your fan base, who would they bring in?
I mean, yeah, but do you know what? We've spoken about this before. Where you've made a good point there, and I'll be honest with you, because when you're trying to sign players will go, well, your manager's got a year left on his deal. So why am I going to commit to this manager? So they're going to try and make it look like a secure unit. The manager's here for 3 years if you want to come here. And I get you. And I do get you in the sense that, listen, when managers are going to go, they'll pay them up and get rid of them anyway. My thing was, Kev, should he have been made to get fourth before being rewarded with the contract? Or do you think that doesn't make too much difference?
Do you know what, Curtis? I think that the club they've done this to try and galvanize the squad to make sure they get fourth. Because, sometimes you see a player get a new contract during the season and it gives everyone a lift. Nobody can't tell me these players ain't playing for the manager. They are playing for the manager. So 4 games to go, the important part. We got 4 games, Curtis. We win 4 games, we're in the Champions League with all the music and your watch-alongs and everything, right? Yeah, you can argue they should have given it to him when he's done top 4. But the fact of the matter is, Curtis, he's already secured European football in whatever capacity that is. We want it to be in the Champions League, 100%. But the fact, there's still a little bit of football to go, and they're probably moving because they want this weekend to be pivotal.
Yeah. Kev, do you agree with Captain Uncle there? He said, I reckon the contract was signed months ago.
No. Well, listen, I don't think it was signed months ago. I think it was, maybe they were negotiating months ago. That's for sure. Then, you know what? Because these contracts ain't just something that you go in a couple of days and it's done. There's a lot of working, moving parts, etc. Because you know what? If you're Arteta, you're going to want some guarantees that you're going to be able to shape this squad.
Yeah.
So, they've obviously come to the agreement. He's got them in a position now where the Cronkies are saying, we'll commit to you. So, they've been negotiating the commitments there. Why not announce it now? Why not? What is everybody scared of?
Man, I'm scared.
Curtis Shaw and your people, them are scared. What are you scared of?
I'm telling you. Do you know what, Kev? It doesn't. I'm not even surprised. I'm not surprised. I kind of knew it was coming, and the timing of it. They would have said, you know what? We just won 3 games. Leeds at the weekend. Drop that Friday morning. Let them hold that. They literally did brook the neck, Kev. I'm telling you.
Did you see what my name is on? Broke the neck on a Friday. Listen, Arsenal ain't playing. Arsenal, listen, they want the team. They seriously want the team to brock Leeds' neck on Sunday. No messing around.
They need to.
Because they feel that lot down the road are going to drop points. We've got to be able to be ready to take it.
Yeah.
And you know what else it does, Curtis? It takes all the focus off the team and onto the manager, which is how it should be. The team could just prepare and get on with it, and everybody's going to be talking about the manager and his contract, and our fan base is going to be up and melt down and do all that kind of thing before Sunday. That's fine. When Sunday comes, it's Judgment Day. We've got to win that game, Curtis, big time.
I mean, as far as saying it's just time to get behind him. Is it that? Is it just, listen, whether you're a fan of Arteta or not, we just got to focus on what's best for the club and push them over the line?
Well, Curtis, you think about it. Which Arsenal fan don't want to qualify for the Champions League?
Oh, we all do, don't we? Surely.
We all do. So here's the thing. Whether Mikel Arteta signs a new contract or not, get behind the team. Let's listen, the fans have been incredible this season. Let's be honest. The fans have been brilliant. And we've had our infighting and all that, but that's all right. We're a family. The key is get that top 4 so we could start moving this club to where we want it to go. And you know what? There's been a lot of umming and ahhing. There's been a lot of toing and froing, a lot of players who were getting thrown back at us. Aubameyang shouldn't have gone. And this one, that we are in such a good position. And we're playing without really a recognised striker. We've got Eddie up front. Do you know what I mean? We've got Eddie up front and we can make it. So, Curtis, listen, for all people's heads wobbling, get your head on, guys. We got work to do, guys. We got to do our part in this.
Do you think the contract increases the pressure on him?
No, I don't think so. I think that, listen, the man's under pressure as it is. Let's be honest, Curtis. A new contract is going to get the fan base talking and get us either for or against again. But the fact of the matter, he's going to continue to do his job. I've told you this before. He is going nowhere. The ownership respect him. And you know what? I got asked the question. Why didn't the Cronkies support Emery the way he does Arteta?
It's a good question.
Do you want me to tell you why he never? Because Emery never got hold of the dressing room. The dressing room was dictating to Emery. Mikel Arteta has got a grip of that dressing room. That's the difference. That's a massive difference.
Yeah. Well, the proof will be in the pudding. I mean, Vinay said yesterday, I think there was a fans forum on Tuesday, and Vinay said that he felt we were ahead of schedule, which I don't know. Listen, I took that as maybe the club didn't expect to get Champions League this year. Maybe they were thinking Europa League and then maybe build for Champions League next year. So do you think that's another reason he's got the contract? Because he's guaranteed Europa League football. So they're looking at it like, you've got the target we expected at the start of the season. Champions League would be beyond that even. Yeah,
look, you have to plan. Whatever you do, you have to plan. Yeah. And bringing in, after 3 games and bringing in all those players, Curtis, there's still a little bit of unsurety. You're not unsure about how this thing's going to go. But here's the difference. The fact of the matter is, those players have gelled quicker than we could ever imagine. And now we're in 4th spot. And like I'm saying the other day, Curtis, we're hunting down Chelsea, really. That's who we're looking at. We can't be looking behind ourselves. We got to be looking ahead. So, therefore, yeah, we are a little bit ahead of schedule, but that don't mean we're not going to move because we're ahead of schedule. You know, let's not use that as a negative, because you can look at it both ways. Yeah, we are ahead of schedule, but Curtis, there's nothing wrong with being ahead of schedule.
Yeah,
we want that Champions League. We want that music. I want to be seeing them things coming out with Curtis Shaw doing a Champions League watch along, and Arsenal are involved. That's what I want. Now, if Mikel Arteta gets us there, even better. Because you know what? One thing we don't need dissension in the fan base. Why? Because of a contract. Come on. It's all about performance. They're performing. They get the top 4. He deserves it. He deserves it for what he's doing and for what's going to come. And if he doesn't do the business, he'll be gone, Curtis. That's the fact of life.
Listen, man, and listen, I want to add some balance to it. I don't want people to just think I'm on here bashing him. Listen, he's done a good job this season, in my opinion. I just want to see him get us over that finish line now. You know what I mean? Because to sit here and see them down the road, if they get it ahead of us, you know what I mean? I can't deal with that. So get the job done and we can have a nice summer. I want to see you pitch side Champions League games. You know what I mean?
I love the music as well, Curtis. You know what I mean? That's what I want as well. But at the end of the day, we're in such a great position right now. We've got to get over the line. And I think this hopefully is a shot in the arm for the Arsenal boys, because we haven't been playing great. We've got the results, but we haven't been playing great. Now's the time we got to start playing better. We start playing well now, it gives us such a great chance of getting in.
And like you said, Kev, do you think it was also to help us with the signings? Because like you said, if he's talking to players now, they're going to go, well, your contract's up in 12 months. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I think there's a bit of all that chucked into the mix, Curtis, because listen, if he's going to be going and speaking to man about come and sign for 3 years or 4 years, and you're the manager for 12 months, you know, people are going to look at you and go, nah, it's not for me. But if you've committed, then it's easier for the players to say, do you know what? I believe in the project. I believe in what you're doing. You got a good young side there, and it's Arsenal after all. So I'm coming.
Have you ever signed for a club and asked about a manager's situation, like what's going off with his contract?
Always.
Or... Yeah.
Always ask about the manager, because theoretically, Curtis, you're signing for the manager. You're signing for the club, but you're signing for that manager. And look, we've seen things change, but you ask the manager how long's he got, and he's got 3 years. You think, if I'm signing 4 years, I'm in a good spot. But you don't sign 4 years if the manager's got 12 months. You know, it's
can all change. But Alex says here, Kev, you should get into managing. You'd have me running through brick walls.
Hey, Alex, they call me the lawyer. So my work isn't done yet. He signed a contract, but the work isn't done. We need that top 4. And then I'm coming back on Curtis Shaw TV to brock man up. Remember that.
I'll take it, man. Listen, the humble pie's in the oven.
I could smell it, Curtis. I could smell it.
What you got going on today, Kev? You doing anything today?
Yeah, I've got to push out right now. I'm going to a meeting and stuff. It's going to be a busy one this weekend, Curtis. So, do you know what I mean? When I saw your thing come up, I said, I have to come on and see what I go on. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, I'm not going to lie. You've calmed me down a little bit. I was, you know what I mean? That's why I even had Wenger on the background. It was all
I see. And the gold trophy as well. You're wicked. You're wicked.
I'm telling you, man. If he gets us top 4, I'll put Arteta on the background.
Oh,
you know?
Jeez. Nice one. Well, listen, Curtis, take it easy. Love to everyone, mate. And listen, I'll catch you soon.
No worries, Kev. All the best, bro.
Nice one.
Take care. Yes, big up Kev for coming on. Always a pleasure to have him on. He sold the room a little bit, I can't lie. Yeah, when I turned it with Wenger in the background. I thought it was a bit naughty, to be fair. But I'm gonna quickly get into the interview. I'm not gonna read all of it because it's a very long interview. We'll do it at 2:00, but I'm just gonna get into it a little bit. And listen, I do get some of the points that Kev's making. You sign for a club, 12 months left. Players are going, well, am I gonna commit to you because new manager can come in and he don't want you? It's all mad, but just for me, the timing, I actually think it does increase the pressure on Arteta because, do you know what? A lot of people are asking for a poll. Let's get a poll up. Let's get a poll up. And I have to put this poll up. Really, don't. Are you happy with Arteta signing this contract now? That's the question. Are you happy with Arteta's new contract? Simple as that. Yes or no? And let's get the feeling of the community. Are you happy with Arteta's new contract? Bang. There you go. Let us know, people. A lot of people are happy with it. Some people like the stability. LV said, why not announce it after the season? Give it when the players are also getting their bonuses for recognition of their season's achievements. Arteta is about the collective effort, right? Great morning stream. And big up, bro. And think about how many times Arteta has said, we'll speak to Lacazette in the summer. We'll speak to El Neni in the summer. The reason he's saying that is because he wants to see what those guys achieve between now and the end of the season. Because I guarantee you, if El Neni plays every game really well in the middle of midfield and we get fourth, I bet you any money that Arsenal offer him a new deal. If he hadn't kicked a ball between now and the end of the season, they would have just let him leave. So he's waiting to see what these players do before deciding whether to keep them. So I just felt like that same process, there's the P word, should have been used on the manager. However, the facts of life are this, people. He signed the deal, 3 years. Like Kev says, and it is a good point, we see managers get sacked all the time with long contracts. If you're failing, they'll get rid of you. We've got no choice as a fan base but to just back the club and hope that they get fourth. That's where I'm at right now. You know, when I saw that news, I was vexed. I was like, nah, come on, man, not now. But what choice do I have? Is the manager, if he gets us fourth, we move. They've got to back him in the summer with big players. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Anthony said, we're right to be worried. Arteta oversaw 2 of our worst seasons in 25 years. This season has been an anomaly. Next season will be different. And I hear you on that. Listen, and I always say, whenever you have a debate, balance the debate. Look at what he's done well. Look at what he's done wrong. He's had 2 very bad seasons. All right, 1 really bad season. The first one was half and he won the FA Cup. This season he's done well. Now, listen, we can say Tottenham, Man United have fallen below what we expected, especially Man U. But you've still got to give him his credit for capitalising. But my only worry, people, is if he signs that deal, which he has, and for whatever reason, if we don't get fourth and they get fourth down the road, I think that looks like a crazy decision. And I think the fans will be unhappy. If he does get fourth, I think we can all chill and say, you know what? You've earned it. Do what you're doing. But I think they've taken a big risk by announcing it now. I think they could have signed it, put it in the drawer, said, listen, soon as we get fourth, we announce it. I think now the pressure has actually increased on Mikel Arteta. But let's hear what he's got to say quickly, people. As I said, I'm not going to read all of it because it's a very long interview. Edu's done an interview as well. Vinay, they're all talking about it. As I said, Arsenal played the PR by announcing him with Jonas, forgive me of his second name, he's the women's manager. So again, the PR machine is in full effect. They didn't announce Arteta by himself. They announced him with the women's manager, who has also signed a new contract, maybe to ease the burden a little bit. There he is, new 3-year contract. He clearly went to America in January to tie that deal up, rather than, you know, we thought he was getting 75 million to buy Isaac. Get ready for 3 years of therapy. I'm telling you, I'm going to have to order waffles by the bucket load now, to be honest. Kay Guna said, you need to read other comments out, not just paid members, same old people. Come on, bro. You know I try and read out. I probably read out more comments than any channel on YouTube, let's be honest. So, it's not personal. We got, 1,200 people in the chat. I can't read everyone. It's just the way it is. Aqualife said, Courtesy's going nowhere. I bet Courtesy's going after the show to get a 2024-25 Arteta shirt. That brother there, 3 more years of waffle subscription, I'm telling you. Let's get into what they're saying anyway. The clubs have said, we are delighted to announce that Mikel Arteta and Eidevall have signed new contracts. We mark the moment with a unique double signing at the Emirates. I'm excited, grateful, and really, really happy today, Mikel said after signing the extension, which runs until the end of the 2024-25 season, which is, geez, man, 3 years, I mean, I heard rumours they were saying 2 years. But he's got a 3-year deal. He's done well. He's done well. Let me tell you, most people wouldn't have survived the first 2 years that he had. Let's be real. They wouldn't have survived the first 2 years that he had, and he has. So he's very lucky. He's very, very lucky. He said, when I spoke to Josh, he could see the club at the same point, and he wanted to take the club the way I wanted to do it. So everything that he said and that Stan has said, when I've been together with them both, they've always delivered. Have they always delivered? I don't know. Did they give you... Where was your striker in January? Maybe they agreed not to buy a striker in January. Maybe they couldn't get who they wanted. He said, we want to take the club to the next level and to compete really with the top teams. In order to do that, we have to be in the Champions League. He said it. He's saying it right there, people. We have to be in the Champions League. I want to see it now, this season. No excuse. Tottenham should not get it ahead of us. He's saying it. We have to be able to evolve the team, improve our players, and improve all departments. Generate even more connection with our fans, improve the atmosphere at the Emirates, be able to recruit top talent and the best people for this club to drive this project to that level. He loves the project word. FA Cup credit, said Jake. That FA Cup bought him a heck of a lot of credit, man. That overdraft is huge, I'm telling you. Finally, a season goal set. Yeah, listen, you're saying the right things. Deliver on them. Get fourth now. Go and buy some big players and get this club competing next season. I want to see this club move forward. I've always said, as much as I've moaned about Arteta in the past, I can get my head around him being the manager if we're moving in the right direction. And he's got to adjust and learn quickly, and we'll see. The club have to back him. I want to see whether he can get top players in and things like that. Big up Zama said, Big C is the only channel I know reads most comments out. It's not easy, man, but listen, anybody that feels you're putting comments in and I'm not reading them, just go easy, I don't ignore anyone. It's just there's a lot of people putting comments in. No one reads out comments like Curtis Ross, that brother chatted about. Hey, big up, listen, it's opinions in it. Nelson's in the final. Big up Reece Nelson and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who both made the Conference League final last night. Although Ainsley didn't play. He didn't come on for Roma as they beat Leicester. Reece Nelson, I think, played the full 90 as they drew 0-0 against Marseille. Saliba and Guendouzi played. Actually, him and Guendouzi were pictured arm in arm as they were coming off the pitch. Big up AFC Max, thank you for your kind donation, bro. Really appreciate it. Said, personally, I think it's fully deserved. We are overachieving this season with this squad, and we can only look at the expectations at the start of the season. People were saying fifth. Also, to the Arteta outers, he's under more pressure to perform. And listen, opinions are opinions, and I respect them. I believe at the start of this season, the expectation was get back in the Europa League. So the club will say he's done his job. I'm also a believer, though, that expectations and targets can change if you're ahead of schedule. And I think Arsenal have to get fourth. But we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. But big up to Max with that. Abby said minimum Champions League qualifications now, and then last 16 of the knockouts next year, then we are progressing. Compete in the Champions League, which means move like a big club. Get into the top four again and win a trophy. That's kind of the season I'd be looking at. I think we need to try and overtake Chelsea and bridge that gap with Liverpool and City. That may take another year, I think, to get closer to City and Liverpool. Jashar said, big up Curtis, so he couldn't find a striker in January, but he found time to sort out his contract. Will fall off when we're back in Europe. Again, we've had 1 game a week this season, so he has to make sure, he can't be complaining about fixture congestion next season with Champions League games. Jay Dime said, the club has no ambition, to be honest. We're literally backing them into a corner. 3 more years of mediocrity. Chelsea are going to fall soon. Is this a case of Man United when they got second? Then look what happened. A lot of Man United fans said that. Solskjaer got second, but they could see he wasn't good enough. Then talking about Jonas Eidevall, who's put pen to paper. Josh Kroenke has said, it's interesting that Stan doesn't really talk anymore. He said, speaking on behalf of our owners, the Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, he said his father and him are delighted to have extended Mikel and Jonas' contract. It provides stability and clarity for the future and helps us all move forward together. Mikel's commitment and passion are clear for everyone to see. We are confident that as we move forward, he will get us back to competing for the top trophies in the game. I mean, the interesting thing was his dad said, I didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies. So has he changed that narrative? Because I've never heard Stan Kroenke come out and say, do you know what? I do now want to win the top trophies. But we'll see. Listen, the Kroenkes, for me, are, I look at them even worse than Arteta. They are just something else, but Stan hasn't said anything. But listen, Josh appears to be running the show, so maybe the ambition has changed. I don't know. Greg said, Kroenke's told him in January, new striker or new contract. Now we know what he chose. Man said, listen, you can have Isaac or you can get a new 3-year deal. He said, we'll survive. We got this kid called Eddie Nketiah. He'll get us top 4. Rav said, as a Liverpool fan, I would like to put it on record that Arteta is better than Ollie. Yeah, I think you could say he is better than Ollie because he won an FA Cup and he's worked with a weaker team than what United have got. United on paper have got a very good team. They just can't knit it together. Ultraviolet said, it was always coming, Big C. There were no targets set, so anything up from 8th was improvement. I hear you on that. I think as long as we got back in Europe, they were going to take him. K Guna said, Big C, no disrespect, never, bro. All love. I've been here. We'll be here till the... Hey, listen, it's cool, bro. That's why you don't see... I don't go mad. I get it. You're throwing in comments and not being read out. It's cool, bro. We're community here. We're community. It's fine. Evan Ryan said, Armory won't be cleaned out. Hour now, even with Champions League. Listen, we need to get the Champions League. Arsenal are in the cement. Stan Kroenke doesn't care. And Faye said he's 10 times better than Ollie. Let's move on about Jonas. He's had a fantastic start. The women's team are doing very well. The pair signed their deals in the director's box, overlooking the pitch in the Emirates, in the presence of Vinay and Edu, and the head of women's football, Claire. I think the timing is perfect, Edu said. I really believe the message will be a big lift to everyone, the fans, the club, the players, and to Mikel. It's important to show everyone where we want to go as a club. We are going to face a big summer, and it's important to have our manager here. Now, I do think, man said C-Unit put in a spliff. Hey, yo. Listen, I'm one of these people. I can take it. Just make sure the club are the ones moving forward. I can sit here and go, I got it wrong. I'm happy to do that. I'm a big boy. I'll take that. Yeah. But just make sure we don't fail or fall short, Curtis, new merch pending. Listen, I'm sure there'll be a new contract merchandise coming out this week. And listen, I do think there is one great point that Kev makes, right? When you are signing for a club, and that manager is signing you, you want to know how long his contract is for, because the worst thing you want is to sign a 4-year deal at Arsenal. Arteta signs you, plays you, and in 12 months he leaves. New manager comes in and he doesn't like you. Players don't like that. Now, as you know, I've got a gripe with maybe the timing of this deal. I think it could have waited till the summer. But Arsenal and Edu will be in negotiations with players now, and these players will be saying, what's going on with the manager? So I think they've done this to try and make negotiations easier for Edu, to just settle everything at the club. Also, they're talking to Saka about a new deal. Saka knows that Arteta loves him. He's going to be saying, what's happening with Arteta? Is he staying? What's going on? Why am I going to sign a 5-year deal? with a manager that could leave in 12 months. So I know we're not all going to agree with it, and you know I've got my issues with it. I think they've done it just to create stability with the new signings and to create stability with contract renewals. So it is what it is. We are where we are. Ali Jason, thank you for the super chat, said, Big C, if we make top 4 this season, why can't we expect to win the Champions League next season? At the end of the day, it's a cup competition. Arsenal fans are defeatists when it comes down to Europe. I think it's based, Ali, off the history of the Arsenal in Europe. Even as Invincibles, we couldn't win the Champions League, so I don't know how Mikel Arteta's Arsenal win it. I suppose you've got to take some sort of, what word can I use? You've got to take a little bit of pride out the fact that a team like Villarreal have made the Champions League semi-final, and on paper, they're not a great team. Tottenham made the final a few years ago, so I want us to compete. I want to see Arsenal get to the latter stages. Do I think Arsenal can win it next year? I think Arsenal to win the Champions League next year, we'd have to spend 400-500 million. We're not allowed to do that, and the owner won't do that. I think if we spend 200 million, get the right players, get the team playing the right way, get a midfielder, striker, a couple of defenders, bring back Saliba, I would like to think Arsenal could get to the latter stages. Winning it, I think, would be a stretch. I don't know how we bridge that gap between where Liverpool, City, Madrid are at in one transfer window. But listen, I know what you're saying, but I just think I don't think we can bridge that gap in one transfer window. But it is a cup competition. You get lucky. Liverpool play against Madrid, and you avoid a lot of the big teams. That's the beauty of the Champions League, But big up for your kind donation. Big up XE Mobile Phone and Tech Repairs. It's obvious the club target was top 6. Once that was mathematically secured, his contract was given. 100%. I believe that contract's been signed and put in that drawer for a while. As soon as they said top 6 is secure, he said, listen, we'll announce that next week. And then winning 3 games in a row, they knew was the perfect time to announce it. A feel-good factor around the club. Real Madrid and Barca are going to reload. Exactly. Madrid talking about getting Mbappe, Rudiger. I think there are even rumours of Pogba. The gap could get even bigger. So we have to go big in the summer. Rick said the next transfer window is going to be huge. If we get what we need, we can make a bid for trophies. Yeah, I want to see Arsenal start winning things. Compete. If we got to Champions League quarter-final, finish 4th, won the FA Cup, we got to start competing. We got to start moving like big boys again. We're not a small club. We got to start moving properly. Tried and said, Big C, to be honest, I'm happy with Arteta's 3-year contract. Trust me, Arteta guy will be the guy. We need to have trust. The proof will be in the pudding. That's why I always say the proof will be in the pudding. Crypto News said, why not wait a week, see if we win and Spurs drop points? Why give Arteta the roses now? I hear you. Listen, I believe they've taken a very big risk. We play Tottenham in 6 days. If this weekend for some reason doesn't go how we expect, which is Liverpool beat Spurs and we beat Leeds, you've put a heck of a lot of pressure on this guy going into a North London derby. So, yeah, I think the timing is very dangerous. I think it's very dangerous. I really do. So we'll have to see. He'll have to get results. He said, it's important to show everyone where we want to go as a club. We are going to face a big summer again, and it's important to have our manager here. Vinay added, the ambition of this football club is simple, and it comes from the owners. Oh, here we go. It comes from the owners down. This football club needs to be competing for the biggest trophies in the game, in Europe and in England, on the men's side and the women's side. That's where we want to get. We know we're not there yet, but we're moving towards that goal. I'm hoping everyone can see the progress that we're starting to make against that goal. As I said, and I know Turkish has said this many times, and big up to him because he always bangs this drum about the Kroenkes. If we get top 4, and this is a reason that I don't even think the Kroenkes were desperate for top 4. If we get top 4, Stan and Josh have nowhere to hide. Nowhere. Because every time we finish outside the Champions League, they can go, we couldn't spend that money because we're not getting Champions League money, the TV rights, blah, blah, blah. Once we get in the Champions League, the Kroenkes are exposed. You've got the money. You've got the sponsorship deals. Big players will come here. Now what are you going to do? How much money are you going to spend? What level of players can you get into the football club? So we're going to see in the summer, if we get Champions League, whether the Kroenkes are about that life. Last summer, they did put their money where their mouth was. Whether the level of signings were at the level, we'll find out this summer. I think we need to get bigger players this summer than the ones last year. That's no disrespect to them because most of them have done well. I want to see star quality coming through the door, ready-made. Not young players who require 3 years of development. I want top players that are ready to hit the ground running. So we will see. We will see if they're about that life, you know. Let's get the poll result up. Let me end that because it's been up for a while. It's pretty close. It's pretty close, which is interesting. So 53% of you are not happy with Mikel Arteta's new contract, but 47% of you are happy with it. So that tells you everything. The fan base are divided. I think a lot of the fan base are of the opinion that, listen, we are moving forward. We are having a decent season as of right now. Today, we're 4th in the league at the moment. And I think people just want to get behind it. If he gets a new contract, it creates stability. Let's go with it. But then you can see clearly we're close to 50% are going, he shouldn't have got the new deal now. We've waited, we've given it to him too early. We should have waited till the end of the season. I think the problem is the club will be negotiating transfers now and they will maybe think, well, if we announce it in the summer, we might miss out on transfers. I don't know. I'm trying to add balance to the debate rather than just hammering him. But we are where we are. He's got to get top 4. Logic said, I voted a shaky yes. I get what you're saying. Lionheart said, I'm not happy. Ultraviolet said, I'm with you 100%. Big C don't ready-made players go against Project Youth. This is where I have questions. Because they're going to have to contradict Project Youth this summer because Arsenal can't go out there and buy another 5 youngsters. They've got to sign top players who are more ready-made, who are more experienced. So it is what it is. Bowie said, to be fair, contracts don't get awarded overnight. This has been in the pipeline for months. Yeah, I agree. I think he probably signed it when he went to America. Navarre said, should have waited until the North London derby. That's what I think. That's only 6 days away. I think you've just heaped up the pressure on him into that game. Because every game we drop points, they're going to go, oh my God, he's just signed a new contract. Why did you give it him? You know? Thierry Henry said, I'm taking my statue away. Seb said, Cruz is going to be unhappy. Boy, man, when he finishes school, he'll be like, oh, what's going on with Arsenal? Arteta signed a new deal. Buenos Aires Guna said, Curtis, it's 5 a.m. and barely having my coffee. Apologies, everyone. Obviously, I am going to be back at 2:30. We'll do another show. We'll go into more detail. There's some transfer news as well. But I just couldn't wait. I had to go live. Big up Kev, who came on for the first 15 minutes. If you've just tuned in, rewind it back after and listen to Kev's opinions. They were very balanced. Kev's been on top form this week, I can't lie. Build an Arteta statue. Project Youth is just being used. Hold on, where's that comment? Project Youth is just being used to hide behind poor results. Liberty, thank you for the super chat. Said, calm down, Jason. City with a squad and coach light years ahead of Arsenal haven't won the Champions League. Yes, it's okay to be realistic. Try the Carabao Cup first. Man hammered us at the end of the comment. Let me finish off what he's got to say here, by the way. Vinay, who, he's getting the strings pulled by the Kroenkes. He said, today is a really, really important day because Mikel and Jonas recommitting here to Arsenal, to the project and to the journey. He said, there's a long way to go and a lot of hard work ahead, but with Mikel and Jonas, we're convinced we have the right people surrounded by the teams around them that can help us get there. It's all PR. He probably didn't even write it. And I'll show you later on. Obviously, Arteta's got an interview. Edu's got an interview. Mikel has all the right characteristics. Arteta's got one here. This is where I want to be. And we'll delve into those interviews for the 2 o'clock show. So I just thought I'd save it. I'll be honest, I haven't been gym. I haven't had breakfast. We're not there. But I felt I had to come on and do a show. Let's get into some of your comments. And don't forget, I'll be back. I'll probably be on at 2:30 today, people. Probably at 2:30. So make sure you join me for that. There'll be transfer news and stuff. Shauno said, Big C, can Arteta handle big names? Going to need them for the new season. We'll find out. Him and Ozil, him and Aubameyang. Didn't really work, but then he did have the first 6 months of success with Oba, so we'll have to see on that one. Double waffle today, yeah. In fact, 2:15 I'll be live because I may need a bit longer before the school run. Because I'm sure his press conference is going to be an absolute long one as well. So yeah, 2:15 will be on this afternoon. So make sure you join me for that one. We'll go further into detail. Daniel said, morning, can I join you on your 2 p.m. show? I'll message you, Daniel. We'll sort something out, definitely. We'll definitely sort something out, whether it's today or another day. But we'll do something. Big up Daniel with the super chat. Ilmatic said, stop moaning, Curtis. Arteta is the best. I mean, listen, he's not the best, but we're hoping he can become a very good and competent manager. I like the fact you've got a great name on there and a great album cover. But no, he's not the best yet, so I'd hold back with that one. We need more time to digest this massive waffle. I'm telling you, you're going to need 2 hours to get through the breakfast waffle. Crypto News said next season will tell everything, in my opinion. We will have to sign big players. We'll see if he can manage them. He will fall or he will rise. And that's the one thing that I do kind of, not the one thing, but one thing that I look at with what Kev said. Contracts nowadays aren't worth the paper they're written on. If he has a nightmare at any stage, they'll pay that contract up anyway. So we'll have to see. Olivier said, Big C, the streets doesn't respect this madness. Might have a clause for getting in Europe. Yeah, they won't reveal those details. So yeah, maybe he does have a clause in the contract. City, Leicester and West Ham all out. So much for all English finals. Liverpool flying the flag. And well done to Rangers as well. Obviously, Scottish club getting into the Europa League final, which is an unbelievable achievement. Isn't it crazy, right? Arsenal got to... They had 3 years, I believe. 4 years, actually. But in 3 of them, we lost to Atletico in the semi-final. Champions League level team. We lost to Villarreal and would have had to play Man United in the final. And the other year, we lost to Chelsea in Baku. This year, Rangers against Eintracht Frankfurt, you know. But hey, although we did lose to Olympiacos one year. Not enough likes. Yeah, listen, people, lick down the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Big up to everyone for getting us over the line for 44k subscribers. Hopefully we hit 45k real quick before the end of the season. Rav says, congrats to Rangers. Brilliant. Tammy flying the English flag. Another goal for Tammy, man. Boy, you know. I hammered that guy a lot and he's doing well. But does he suit the Italian league more than the Prem? I don't know. But listen, I have to tip my hat to him. He's having a brilliant season. Arsenal protecting Arteta from the Man City approach. Listen, I don't buy into all that. I think his agents probably played a blinder there and said, oh, you know, Pep might leave City. They might be looking at him and Poch is leaving PSG and he used to play for PSG. He's playing a blinder there, I think. Tammy scored a headed goal. It was a very good header and I did say he wasn't great in the air. Abby said, simple. They wanted to give a contract before he messes up. Wouldn't look good late. A smart move from them. I think they looked at it and they said, listen, we're giving him the contract regardless of what happens. Right now, we've just beat West Ham, Man U and Chelsea. We got Leeds at the weekend, which we'll probably win. So I think the timing was perfect for them. I just think that he needs to make sure he gets results in the next week because the pressure will ramp up on him. New music just released by Mickey Ross. You Can't Get Rid of Me, featuring Eddie Shaw. Coman Music, C Unit. Listen, you know that Eddie and Ketty, a new contract is on the way, don't you? Just don't even pretend that we know that contract isn't coming. And Ketty will get a new deal. El Neni might even scrape a new deal, you know? What happens if we finish 6th next season, drop into Europa? I mean, it's all ifs, buts and maybes. Maybe they move him. Yeah, and that old Eddie Shaw thing, I have to stop that at source. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Leicester are poor from corners. It was a cakewalk for him. Peter Nolan said, morning, Big C. Super Kev looking good about Tammy. He told you he did. He did. But did he need that year away? Did he need to go away from the Prem, different environment, grow up a little bit? And develop. Sometimes you need that move. Maybe he wouldn't have been ready to come to Arsenal, but maybe he would. But as I said, Tammy, they want 80 million for him, so I wouldn't sign him because I don't think he's worth that. Will there be emergency therapy? If Eddie gets a new deal, man, we'll be doing that as well. Balogun and Nelson rocking up at the Emirates next season. Business needs to be done early in the summer so the new players can gel with the team ASAP. People, we are out of here. 56 minutes done. Arteta, 3-year contract signed. It's done. It's dusted. He's here till the end of the 2024-25 season. I felt I had to go live and talk about it. For anyone just tuning in, Kev comes on for the first 15-20 minutes. Big up for your opinions, your votes in the poll. I'll be back at 2:15. Press conference reaction. Man, can you imagine how long that press conference is going to be? It's going to be pure waffle. Make sure you are not full for that one and bring your syrup. Cone Man music in full effect. Appreciate you all tuning in for this earlier stream. I had to go live. I had to see the opinion of the community. Brilliant interaction as always. 2:15, I'll be back. Smash that like button on the way out. And big up everyone tuning in. I know the time differences are a bit crazy. Some of you, it's early morning or late night. 2:15, Mikel Arteta is here to stay, people. I'm going to order waffles by the box load. See you at 2:15. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bless.